Hey guys, so I thought it would be fun to do the Reagent cookbook version of the Markdown editor. Mostly because the Markdown previewer project was my very first React project, so I thought it'd be fun to do it in ClojureScript. And some of these things are a little outdated. For example, this boots watch style sheet doesn't actually go anywhere, so I will show you that. Um, it's actually not found. So we're just gonna use the normal Bootstrap, and yeah. So we're gonna get started, and I'm just gonna make a new project right now using line, and we're gonna do a new project with the fig wheel template, and we're also gonna add reagents, so we don't have to do it manually. All right, I need to give it a name. All right, so line new fig wheel, and then the name of the app, which I'm just gonna call Markdown Previewer. Dash dash and then dash dash reagent, and let's open it up. Markdown. Let's make this big. So I'm also gonna open up another terminal because the bottom one's gonna be behind my face, I think. Pretty sure. So we're just gonna work it with the top one, and we're gonna first open up the index.html and add the dependencies. So we need um, marked and highlight for the scripts. Ugh, hold on. I can do this. Alright, and let's just add that down here. And we don't need this middle one, I believe. No, not this one. No, wait, actually, we do need that one. I thought that was not. Alright, fine, that's whatever. And then we're gonna also need, yeah, we just need Bootstrap for the style sheet, so I'm just gonna press the copy button, which is a lot easier. And we'll put it right here. Alright, cool. And then let's just start the REPL, so line fig wheel. And I'm gonna delete some extra stuff, so we don't need the print statement. And we don't need these comments. I'm gonna leave the bottom one just for reference. And I'm also gonna change reagent to R. And I'm gonna make this a pure function. So we're just gonna take in the state. App state. Oops. Alright, that's fine. I'm just gonna open up the console here. Clojure.min. Okay, I guess that doesn't work. So app state here. Change these two to app. And I guess this middle one doesn't work. Or this middle, which I don't think we need. So I'm gonna get rid of it. Because we have access to the normal highlight, so that should be okay. Alright. Now let's get started. So first things first, we have the hello world, which is in our state, which is right here. And I'm gonna get rid of this bottom one and replace it with an H2 that just says, what does that say? Wait, live markdown editor. So there's our new thing. And let's make a component. So the first component we need is the actual editor, which is gonna take in, let's pass in the global state actually, and this is gonna be a text area with the value coming from the text value of our state, And we're also going to need a onChange method. OnChange, which is a function that takes in the JavaScript event. And let's see, we're just gonna do a swap of of state, and we're gonna associate it with the value of text, and we're gonna replace it with the event's target value. So that is gonna be, I'm gonna do it this way using the thread first. We're gonna do events, then the target, then the value. And then I'm gonna change this to make it a little easier to read. So of course we can't see anything because we're not doing anything yet. So let's add it to our app. And yeah, it's gonna be called editor, and we're gonna pass in the state that's coming from here. And there's our hello world, which we can now change it, which will change this part, the H1. So we get rid of that, and we just change it to, I don't know, hi, he is cool. All right. Now let's just add some Bootstrap stuff to make it a little prettier. So there's gonna be a form control, and put this on a new line. And then let's see, what do they have? So they have a div underneath the Markdown editor, with the class of container fluid, of course. And inside that div is going to be a row, div.row, and call 6. And inside of the call 6 is where the actual editor is. So that is going to be an H3 with the text of editor, and followed by our there we go. So now it'll be right here, which looks a little better. Yeah, okay. Next, we're gonna need the Markdown component. So the place that we're actually gonna render the text. So if we do a pound, this should be a heading 1, but it's not being translated to Markdown yet. And before we get there, I believe that's going to be another div within this row. So that is right here. Div.call 6. And I'm just going to preview. There we go. So it's in the right place. So let's see. Now we just need the Markdown component, so let's do that. I guess we'll just call it Markdown component, which is also going to take in the state. And where's this? Ah, right. Div, and it's going to have the attribute or the property, the React property of dangerously set inner HTML. Which is going to be underscore underscore HTML. And what does this say? State. We're gonna take the text from the state, and I guess we'll string it in JS/marked. So this will be our what's it called? Our JavaScript library of marked. String, I believe we're gonna need to require, so clojure.string as str, and that should be fine. I'm just gonna add it here to see. Okay, so it's in here. Markdown components, and we're passing in the state. And let's see what happens. So of course we need to do a couple of things to fully flesh out this component. Just wanted to see if it worked, but guess not. But there's no errors, so we just need to do the other parts. So we need two functions. Do we need two functions? Let me see. State div dangerously. Weird. Okay, anyways, let's see what these two functions do. So we're gonna do the Markdown Render function. States. Oh wait, this is supposed to be up here, so I'm just gonna move this down so that we're just gonna use React here to create class Reagent render Markdown render, and let's see what happens now. Asset missing, Reagent render. Create class Reagent render. Can I just call it render? Oh, I spelled it wrong. No wonder. Render. There we go. Get host node. That's because I need to refresh. Okay, cool. Still not rendering. That's odd. Alright. Let's see if we need the component did mount part. Markdown did mounts. I guess we're gonna use this. Let's node DOM node like this. Highlights code of node. And for that to work, we need the highlight method. Actually, let's see what happens if I... That's great. Let's just finish this out. Query selector all what is this? HTML node pre-code. And we're gonna loop. When not negative. Recur. and that's going to be right here. We're going to do component did mount markdown did mounts. So let's go into the Markdown Render. State. Objects. That's really weird. Alright, let's see. So it's coming from text, which should be right. So let's oh, there it is. Cool. So now we have a heading. We have the heading 2. Hello. Alright, cool. So what I did wrong was that I wasn't using the state. I was destructuring from nothing, basically. So now that we're getting the text from the state, it's finally getting out. And then I didn't explain this part since I thought I needed this part, but let's actually see if it works first. Let's just do JS dot actually constant equals 1, 1, 2, 3. So, weird. So it's only doing the. That's fine. Why not the 3? Oh wait, it is. Okay. So sorry about that. I fumbled a little bit, but the highlight code right here is just coming from HLJS, the highlighter library. So it's just highlighting the code whenever we create some. So let's see. This is regular text. This is code text. And you'll see that the code is actually different color or different fonts so that you can know that it's actually fonts. And you can easily use this for, let's make this a lot bigger so I can actually see. 3, 1, 2, 3, and let's just add a function in here, which I'm just going to copy and paste this. And let's actually get rid of this H1 because it's really bothering me now. Okay, so this we have Markdown Previewer working. It's formatting correctly, and then now inside this text, it's going to be saying code, or it's going to show code. I'm gonna just basically for sanity. I think it's a pre-tag. Gray, I guess. Actually, let's go with F7, F7, F7. And I'll do the code block as well. Maybe that's too light. I'll just do gray then. Dude. And then, man, I really don't like this height. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Whatever. It's it's in a pre tag, which is in a code tag. No idea why it's. Oh, it's probably important. Or not. Well, I'm not gonna worry about that. But basically, this is the Markdown editor. Um, a pretty small app, but something that'll get you started with clojure script and reagents and React and all of that. And I think it's a pretty fun little project to have. So just to go over everything, we have the Markdown component, which uses the React lifecycle. So we have the render method as well as the component did mount. And for these, we're using what was this called? Two different functions. We're using the Markdown did mount, and we're also binding this to the React node that's on. And then we have the Markdown Render, which is just the HTML, the markup, or the JSX if you're more familiar with that. And then this highlight code is just going through a loop and checking if it's a code block, and if it is, it's just highlighting the code. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.